So, Tariq Skubal has just been traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I see a lot of people online talking about how the Dodgers are ruining baseball, and they're cheating, etc. No. The Dodgers are not the problem here. I'm going to explain to you in this video why the root of the problem is actually the other MLB owners and not the Dodgers. Now, I'm sure a lot of MLB fans are looking at this updated Dodgers rotation. I mean, now it's the greatest rotation in MLB history. Looking at the batting order, one of the greatest batting orders, Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, the list goes on in MLB history. Looking at the money they've spent in the last 4 to 5 years and saying, how could anybody allow the Dodgers to build a team like this? And I'm sure a lot of people are looking at this trade saying, well, the Dodgers gave up absolute chips for him. They gave nothing. How could this be allowed to happen? And here's where the problem starts. The Tigers were always going to accept the highest offer. So you're telling me that there was no other team in the MLB willing to offer higher than this, which the Dodgers already gave up nothing? And we're supposed to blame the Dodgers for doing this trade? And this is how the Dodgers have built this super team. They have capitalized on players looking for trades, given the highest offer, and been willing to pay the player. And most of the time, it ends up being nothing because no other team in the MLB is 1, willing to give up the capital, or 2, willing to pay the player. Now, another thing that people always bring up is the deferred contracts loophole that the Dodgers have absolutely abused. You can see the list of players on their team with deferred contracts. Now, do I agree that this loophole is terrible and needs to be gotten rid of? Absolutely. This deferred contracts loophole sucks and is terrible for the game of baseball. However, this is not a Dodgers-only loophole. This loophole can be used by any team in the league. The Dodgers are the only team using this loophole, and they're smart for it. Why are we mad at the Dodgers for doing something that every other team in the MLB can do? I'm a Phillies fan, but I'm not mad at the Dodgers. I'm mad at my team and my front office for not doing exactly what the Dodgers are doing. And every MLB fan in the league should feel the exact same way. This chart sums it up perfectly. There are only 10 teams in the MLB that are meeting the proposed salary cap of $245 million. That shows that the problem isn't with the Dodgers spending money, it's with the teams that are not spending money. Now, focus on the teams that are at the bottom here. The Rockies, the Marlins, Pirates, A's, White Sox in terms of spending, right? Now, there's a trend here. Now, here's a chart that shows how much MLB teams are reinvesting from their revenue back into their team. And guess who's at the bottom? The Marlins, the White Sox, the Pirates, the same teams that refuse to spend money. These are franchises that have had star players. They never pay them, they let them go, and they continue to be losing teams. And I know people are going to say, oh, well, they don't make nearly as much money as the Dodgers or the Yankees or the other top teams. Well, that's because these teams and their owners refuse to try to win. They don't care about spending money on their team. They don't care about winning. All they care about is making money and profiting from their team. They don't care how many games they lose. And that is the problem with the MLB. Lousy owners that don't care about baseball. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the game. They don't care about winning. All they care about is making money. That is why we need a salary floor way more than we need a salary cap. The Dodgers are a team with an ownership that cares about the fans. They care about winning. And they'll pay whatever it costs to build a winning team. And guess what? They win. I will never fault the Dodgers for doing what they've done. They are not the problem with the MLB.